everyone. Jason Gilbo here with Matt Vaselli breaking down some stacks for tonight's 5, 6 games, 7 game slate, depending on what site you're playing. FanDuel left off the 2 doubleheaders. It's kind of a bummer because Jordan Zimmerman was an easy target.
Yeah, man, you love pitching or attacking hitters against him because he's just terrible, absolutely terrible. But yeah, it's a bummer that he's not on FanDuel here. But at least we can attack him on DraftKings. But saying that, let's start with Washington.
Yeah, let's look at that game. Got Michael Wacha taking Gio Gonzalez, warm night, Busch Stadium. Not a place that I usually target a ton of offense in. 2 moderate 4.5 totals, but it's actually a spot with some decent price tags.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's more of a we're going to attack this because the rest of the slate looks kind of ugly, But I do think Walker's due for a blow-up game. I mean, he went out and dealt, but I mean, he hasn't been good. He's been leaving a lot of pitches over the middle of the plate, getting crushed by some lefties. I think this is a great spot for Harper and Murphy tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you, and I think a lot of people are going to be focused elsewhere. I just look at, we got 3 talented pitchers. Like, people aren't going to jam in some of these higher-priced bats. And as you said, lefties are in a really good spot here. 360 WOBA from Wacha to lefties this year. Doesn't allow a ton of home runs, but, that's always not really an issue with Murphy and Harper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they just – they can just mash them. It doesn't even – even if it's not home runs, like, we'll see what happens. Another person who could be perfect in this spot, and he's going to probably play, and he's really cheap, is Steven Drew.
Yeah, I was on him yesterday, and, I don't mind the lefties like him or Wieters. The problem is, you can go with the lefty stack here, but it's going to be broken up a little bit.
Yeah, that's. Maybe they toss in Lynn today.
Yeah, that'd be nice. But you do have Brian Goodwin, who's cheap. He's going to lead off with Trey Turner out.
Dude, I feel bad for this Washington team, man. Adam Eaton out, Trey Turner, it's terrible. At least Trey Turner's not out for the year, but dude, this offense is so much better with those two in it.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, it's still really good without him.
I know, but it's going to totally change what they do at the deadline now. You mean they might get more bats and it'd be more scary.
Yeah, no kidding.
But St. Louis, how about this side? I kind of like this side of it too. I know they flop a lot, but this slate is literally that bad that we might have to attack some pitchers. Gio's been pretty good this year, but Gio's still Gio. He's he always does things that we don't expect him to do. And we got Pham, Piscotty, Jerko, Diaz, Grichuk, even Carpenter can hit lefties. They do still have a pretty good lineup.
Yeah, they do. It's really right-handed heavy, even though their numbers against lefties have been down this year. I still like Grichuk, Piscotty, Jerko. I always have trouble throwing in Yadier Molina, but I don't hate him on this slate.
Yeah.
I don't mind it. Yeah, as you said, Gio's just one of those guys where, the strikeouts have been up, but the hard contact rate's still up this year. He's still a fly ball pitcher. I don't know. He could definitely blow up here. We've seen it before. It's just one of those ones that's more slate dependent, because if this was like a 15-game slate, we wouldn't even really be talking about this game.
No, this would just be a stay-away game for me.
Yeah, so I don't mind those 2 offenses, though. I think in terms of price tags, they're in play. We'll move to Seattle, or move to Los Angeles, talk about Seattle. Ricky Nolasco, pretty low run totals here, I guess, for the pitching. I think it's kind of weird.
Yeah, because these pitchers are nothing to be excited over. We got Nolasco and Gaviglio, right?
Yeah.
Dude, Seattle just absolutely mashed in this ballpark last night, and the way Nolasco's been. Nolasco did have a good game. I think it was last time he came out. He had one game recently. It was last game against the Dodgers. He didn't give up any runs through 6 1/3, had 5 Ks. That's not gonna happen again. He's not a good enough pitcher to keep doing that. He's 3-9 with the 4.86 for a reason. So
yeah.
And I love he's been having some reverse splits last few years, especially this year. So I really love Cruz tonight. Still can't go wrong with Seager and Cano, even though they both mashed last night. Maybe they're finally heating up. Mitch Haniger, Gene Segura. This is a pretty good spot for Seattle.
Yeah, I'm with you. I love Mitch Haniger. He's one of my favorite values on this slate, and I'm with you. Gene Segura is just a guy he always kind of gets lost on the West Coast. But yeah, he just brings so much upside. And the only thing that really sucks about this game, it really is the ballpark. But I think it's still in play once again, just because of the slate.
Yeah, it's just that's how bad it is. It's just ridiculous how we have all these games and there's not really too much we like, you know?
What about the other side? I mean, Angels are a team that I feel like maybe you can work in a game stack here because I could see tossing Pools. I mean, I'm going to need value somewhere, and the fact that he's only 3-2 on DraftKings and not like Gaviglio is going to be a guy I shy away from.
Yeah, I mean, assuming that, even if – I mean, yeah, exactly. If you do the game stack, you're probably not going to have you wouldn't have a first baseman there for Seattle. I mean, you could even – for on the Seattle side, you could even throw in Zunino so you can knock your catcher spot out because he's been mashing, and he can kill righties too. But, I mean, I think I like Cole Calhoun in this spot too.
Yeah, I do too, and I mean, I don't even mind Maben. Like, this is a guy with some stolen base upside as well. I don't know. I mean, the front three are in play for Los Angeles, but I kind of just don't mind just game stacking this one.
Yeah, it's really not a bad idea, and I think it gives you – it's not overly expensive too, but, if you're wanting to go up and get Greinke, then, you're going to have to figure out maybe not a complete game stack,
Right. I'll talk Dodgers. This has been a team who's just been putting up a ton of runs lately. It's been kind of spread out. I mean, we saw Austin Barnes have the huge night last night, and it was like Yasiel Puig a couple nights before. Like, it hasn't been the usual suspects.
Yeah, it's been Austin Barnes, man. That would have been a great punt catcher there. Unbelievable, 7 RBIs for him. It's got to be like his season total there.
Yeah, no kidding.
But yeah, I mean. Dude, I actually think that both sides of this could be interesting. I love picking on Rich Hill, because you just never know with him. I know the Dodger pen's pretty good, but like he's just he's either good or he's going to give up 6 runs in 3 innings, and yeah, you're going to get the pen, but you're going to get the pen for 6 innings,
Right.
I mean, but yeah, the Dodger side, Overton's terrible, so I think you can go back to the normal suspects tonight. Turner, Seager. Seager came back to the lineup last night, so he should be good. But Turner, Seager, Bellinger. Maybe Grandal. I like them for sure.
Yeah, I do too. You look at Overton, you mentioned. I mean, this is a guy who's only played a little bit, but 458 WOBA to righties. Yeah, I don't mind these bats at all. If Kike Hernandez is going to slide into the lineup, Logan Forsythe as well. Like, there are some nice value bats on the Dodgers just for those platoon plays.
Yeah, and okay, that makes more sense. I totally forgot that that Overton's a lefty.
Yeah.
Yes. Kike, Forsythe. Yeah, Puig, definitely forgot that he was a lefty. He's just so bad. It really doesn't matter what side you're batting from.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he's bad against lefties either. Like, 384 WOBA to lefties in his career. So,
exactly. I think San Diego, in a pretty good spot here. I'd probably go, Renfroe, Myers, tossing Hedges in there. Knock that catcher out. Maybe Perella. Like, I just think it's such a value stack. You can go up and get those. You can go up and get Greinke and stuff like that, and it can work out.
And you're going to attack all the people that do use Rich Hill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but it's just Myers is a little. He's 44, but Renfroe's 39. Oh, I mean, you gotta have Margot back in there now that he's back. He's 36. Pro is 34. I mean, it's just it gets pretty cheap down here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean, Perella has shown some nice numbers against lefties, 350 WOBA. Myers, Renfroe. I mean, we know the numbers. We know the gist on that. Renfroe's been amazing against lefties this year. Yeah,
he's just an auto plug for me against lefties.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. As far as elsewhere, I mean, Arizona's front's 4 in play, but I don't know. Chatwood, he rolls a ton of ground balls. I don't know. They would just basically have to get to maybe the pen early, and the pen's not even that bad.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not targeting Greinke, but they have bad numbers against Chatwood,
Yeah, I don't know. This game for a game in Chase Field is oddly a low total. I mean, 3.8 for Colorado, 4.8 for Arizona. Like, those are weird numbers in Chase.
Yeah, and I know, like we talked earlier, Chatwood's been amazing on the road, and this isn't really a normal road start because it's in Chase, but it's just weird. So it's just something about him he's just so much more confident on the road. And I just look at these BVP numbers. I know BVP isn't everything, but they've played him so many times, and I mean, besides Owings and a couple, Lamb has 2 home runs off him, but besides Owings, Nobody else does anything. Lamb's the only person to homer off him, and Goldschmidt's 2 for 16. Like, these guys can't hit him for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, he shut them out in Coors back in May. Like, that was in Coors. So,
and like we talked about earlier too, I mean, their offense is kind of starting to cool down a little bit. It was, absolutely red hot first couple months of the season, but now it's starting to cool off. And I'm not saying string pitchers against Arizona, but I mean, I'm not saying attack Chatwood at night either.
Yeah. I think this is one of those ones where it's like, I'll let the ownership play out and maybe kind of look elsewhere.
Yep.
So, outside of that, I mean, we didn't talk Cleveland, but that's just kind of the obvious stack if you're playing on DraftKings against Zimmerman. It's just going to be one, though. You just got to wait for that second lineup to come out.
Yeah, and you can't do it on FanDuel, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, so that's going to be it for us. You can head over to DaveFantasyCafe.com, check out the great tools and content.